Yep, let's cut it up. You can either use a reciprocating saw, you can use a skills, you can even use one of these if you want. This will literally cut through it very easily. Sorry about that, guys. So I need this piece here. The seat stays, I'm guessing, to come to about this angle here. And then I need this piece here to kind of go up. Let me get a ruler, give you a better idea. I need this here to come up to about this angle here. And I need this to come down to here. And then all of this center piece here, sorry, will disappear. And I'll be reusing these to weld, glue, etc, etc. So we're gonna go like this to here, and then from here to here, a second piece. We're gonna need a second piece in here, and then from there along to this part here where the seat's gonna be. So yeah. Highly recommend buying one of these. Awesome around the house. They're like 30 quid. Good to get. Okay. So, the three pieces, once I cut out from the main frame. This guy, no point wasting it. I'm probably gonna put somehow, some way, this way, like that, maybe. We'll see. This bad boy is gonna go, I'm guessing about there, like so. This guy, there's not enough space for it to go that way. There's not enough space for it to go that way because I still want a second support here and a second support, because that's not enough to hold your weight. Definitely. Looks good, light, but you'd have to do a crap load of carbon wrapping to get the weight. But I'm guessing maybe this guy I'll cut a little smaller and I'll put that there like that. Create a nice little bridge there. Once that's there, then I will fabricate, make or buy tubes. You can buy tubes online. And I'm gonna have a tube coming this way, so like that. Just for example, going that way. And then a second piece. Have I got a second piece somewhere to give you an example? Probably not. This is just an example. And then the other piece going like so. Yeah? It won't be that long, of course, it'll end there. But that's generally what I'm thinking to achieve. Honestly, I think that looks bloody beautiful. Whoa! Okay, first things first. Gonna glue this to here the best way I think possible. Now, I'm gonna pop it about there. I like that angle, looks really good. It is as straight as I can be. Just drop a little super glue in there. Drop a bit of super glue into that spot there. Just fill in that crevice best as I can. Get some spray on it. Ugh. Voila. Okay, she looks straight there. Just making some preliminary checks. Looks a little bit off. Let me try and see if I can correct it. Might need to break this part again. Oh, there we go. Just checking all points, and as I said, if you need to crack it, just break it. It's a really good way to get your levels and everything in place. As I was cutting it, there's a little void. Now this part's touching, if you can't see it, this part's touching, this part isn't, and as a result now I can't put super glue in there because it'll just dribble down. So what I'm going to do is add this to a little thickening agent, put it in there, and then use the miter. So I can fill that void, position it and spray it to get it touched, because just by looking at it directly, don't see if you can tell, this one is a little bit low. You know, I want to pull it up. You can tell it's a little bit lower. So I'm okay, and then now I'm gonna pop it into that cracked little crevice area. Okay, now that's actually quite strong already. Really good for when you're wrapping, nothing's moving around and stuff, as you can tell. What do you think, guys? Looking good? God damn, yes. Oh shit. Ooh, that was close. So last part we're up to, we made this nice and strong, and I put some extra glue on it. I'll show you that on this part here. Sorry, the camera stopped recording, and I'll show you how I added this fiberglass mix. It's just body filler to the areas to thicken it up, but the camera wasn't recording, unfortunately. Sorry, but that gave it a lot more strength, as you can see. So now I'm gonna connect this to here, giving it that kind of Z shape. You get me? You'll see in a minute. There, like so much empty space in the middle, and that's gonna be a lot of space to fill with, I don't know, epoxy and fill and stuff, so that's a lot of headache. So what I advise and suggest, get yourself some foam, paper, tissue, and then just pack it in there. While it's on the table, I'm going to leave this just under to give me a rough idea to get to the point where I need it. So, I think I have the angle I want there. That's still a little loose, still a bit wobbly, but this is just there to get the structure I want. Looks okay. Oh, be careful. Yeah, it's looking okay to me. It's straight, just off to the right a little bit. Ah! It's okay. Let's keep going. God damn it, the foam. I forgot. I wasn't. Never mind. It's good though. It's good. It's okay. The foam still stayed in there. So all I'm gonna do is super glue the in the middle and then move it where I want it. God damn it. Let's do this all over again. Okay, get yourself a little, and then this should be enough. It's literally just resin mixed with fiberglass, thin strands of fiberglass or glass fibers, whatever. That's it. And as you can see, it's yellowy consistency. And if you're okay with that, and if you're gonna be wrapping it with carbon, you can leave it and then wrap it with carbon and that'll cover it up. But just in case it's on display or you're gonna see it or you're unsure, add a bit of and mix it up. Sorry, mix a bit of graphite powder. If you mix it up, it goes black. So a little trick I found, whether you use it or not, I don't care. Then once it's all mixed up and you're happy with it, you can of course add micro balloons to that as well if you want to strengthen it up even more, but that's more than enough. And it's pretty much however much you put, it's 10% of this, even 5% goes as far. The more you put, the faster it hardens. So I'm literally just gonna put 10 to just under 10% of the hardener, tiny little squirt, then mix it all up. Now I'm gonna slap it on this part and fill that void up. That gave me some issues. Nice, strong, still a little flex, but as you can tell, nice and hard. The heater was needed because it was still very goopy, but now that is really nice and strong. So there's still some holes. Ooh, ceiling. There's still some holes there, some parts. So I think I'm gonna apply some more of that on it, but it's quite a big area. I don't want to put so much of that in. It's a bit of a waste. So I'm gonna put some foam in there and then cover it. Let's see, I've got some foam. Okay, so after a little bit of a heater, it's all quite dry. Still a little tacky, but that'll dry by itself over time. So now I'm gonna sand it a little, and then as you can see the difference between not adding what's it called? It's the pencil. I always forget. Acrylic? No. Graphite. So if you don't add graphite, if you don't add graphite powder, you have this color, and if you add a bit of graphite, it'll go darker. So if you ever want to repair or something on a bike, little crack or a dink, add a bit of graphite powder into it, mix it, it'll dry within 5 minutes, wrap it if you want or not, and it'll look like that. A lot more cleaner. Because sometimes when you put carbon fiber on this, and if you're going to be putting one layer, because the weave is so loose, you will see through. So this makes it a little forgiving if you do. But and also it makes it a lot more stronger in rigidity opposed to this. The graphite gives it more binding. So yeah, I'm going to sand it a little now, and then we're going to wrap it with some carbon fiber and see where we go from there. Let's do this. Yeah, let's do this.